So I was watching one of the videos by Books and Lala, who is the creator, I think, of Buzzwordathon, and she mentioned that you're actually supposed to read the books and post your videos in the first week of every month, which clearly has not happened. So today's June 6th. It's kind of late in the day, but I have nothing else to do. So I think I'm going to try to read my June book, which is When Dimple Met Rishi. I'm going to try to read it tonight and tomorrow and finish the whole book and make my video and hopefully get it up by tomorrow, maybe the day after. We'll see. This is going to be kind of different from my other videos. We're just doing kind of a casual vlog vibe to things. I have my Invisalign in, so sorry if I have a bit of a lisp, haven't done any makeup, nothing like that. Just gonna be kind of hanging out. You can see Jackson chilling back there. You can kind of see some laundry baskets over there too. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go get the book and get started. Okay, I read the book for April and I don't know. It's one I've just been kind of like trying to get my thoughts together on it, and I don't know. It was a different experience, but I am still planning on making that video and putting it up. And then May was a moment too, but it's June. I'm actually excited about this book. It's one I've always kind of planned on reading. I think it's going to be fun. I think I can finish it in a day-ish. So I'm going to go get it. I'm going to get started and get back to you guys. Okay, so I have read the first couple chapters. My dogs are making friends with like a little kid in one of the other houses. So I think what's going on in the book is that Dimple wants to go to this summer program for computer programming, and her parents agree to let her go because, unbeknownst to her, the guy that they want her to marry will also be there, and that's Rishi. And Rishi is fully aware of Dimple and that Dimple's going to be there and that the plan is for them to get married, but Dimple knows none of this. But also Rishi doesn't know that Dimple doesn't know. He thinks she's fully on board like he is. So setting us up for some good drama. I'm really liking it so far. Hello, it is the next day. I am, I think, halfway through When Dimple Met Rishi. I was definitely saying Rishi in all previous mentions of this book, and I realized halfway through Rishi corrects someone that calls him Rishi, and it's actually Rishi, so sorry about that. It's going kind of as expected. Dimple and Rishi are at this summer campish type thing for web development, and of course they've made partners. Yeah, they had kind of a funny interaction where when they first meet, because Rishi, thinking that Dimple knows who he is and knows what's going on, goes right up to her and was like, "Hey, future wife," and she throws an iced coffee at him, so it's kind of funny. But I thought Dimple let her parents off the hook really easy. Like, it's one thing that they let her go there with the intention of her meeting this boy and like setting her up basically, but that they didn't even have like the respect to tell her about it or explain to her what was going on. They just left her out in the dark. She gets over it pretty quick. Rishi and his parents don't really seem to be angry about it either, but it's not cool. It's not cool. It's going as expected though. They're working on the project, they're getting to know each other, they're starting to like each other. The only thing is they don't seem to ever be attending any kind of like classes for web development, which I had expected them to be doing. So for a summer course or whatever it is, they seem to have a unlimited free time to just like work on their app, which is cute. But I think I'm actually going to get through the book today and hopefully get through the editing and put it online. We'll see. I didn't get started reading it till midway through the day. We had to take my dogs to the groomers this morning, and then I just kind of wasn't doing anything for the rest of the morning. But they're back, they're looking cute. I'll put in some footage of them all freshly groomed when I get it, and yeah, update you some more. Okay, full disclosure, we are on day 3. I did not finish the book on time and did not get the video up in time. I'm almost done. I'm so close. I really do like the book. It's hard to kind of push to the end because it's been pretty predictable. I feel like there's just wasn't much conflict to the whole thing because there's no reason Dimple and Rishi can't be dating other than they're going to be going to college far away from each other, but there's absolutely no reason they can't be having a summer romance. They like each other, their parents are on board. So I feel like it's just been kind of focusing on these little like side things that I just didn't have as much like dedication to. So it's been good, but I just haven't had that motivation to like push through to the end like I would at this point of like a mystery thriller or something. So, but I'm almost done. So next time you see me, I will be giving my final thoughts on the book and video will be up. Hey! All right, we are significantly later in the day than I wanted to be filming this, but I have finished When Dimple Met Rishi. I finished it earlier today, and I give it 4 stars. It was fun, it was lighthearted, it was overall pretty enjoyable. I will say, I realized pretty early into reading this that I read the millennial version of this back when I was a kid. Both of these books are about Indian teenage girls named Dimple who have been hooked up with their parents with a guy that they have no interest in getting with, and then they both end up falling for said guy. So very similar. I do prefer this one. I can't say for sure it's not nostalgia, but I feel like the writing was just a little more deeper in this one. I felt a little more connected to it. This one was good, but it was very lighthearted. I didn't feel like there were that many stakes to Dimple and Rishi's relationship. They have only known each other 6 weeks, and they're 18, and it's the first even kind of serious relationship for either of them. So it's not that I wasn't rooting for them. It's just when they're thinking about breaking up because they're going to college on opposite sides of the country, it's just kind of like, well, yeah, maybe you should. I did notice, I hadn't realized the inside cover of this. It's super cute. This is like this is their first meeting. So this is literally when Dimple met Rishi. She throws an iced coffee all over him. The iced coffee is kind of a significant plot point, so I think it makes the cover actually more meaningful instead of just being like, oh, it's cute and she's drinking iced coffee because girls like iced coffee. Like, the iced coffee is actually important to the story, so I appreciate that. Things I didn't like so much about it, so it's kind of nitpicky, but if you see this picture, notice Dimple's wearing this kind of traditional top. I don't remember what it's called. I think it does say so in the book. And Rishi's just wearing, you know, like normal clothes that you'd see any American teenager wearing. It kind of annoyed me. Like when he first saw Dimple, he noted that she was wearing this top, and he makes a point of saying like he likes it, that he likes that she's wearing that type of top because he's traditional and he likes seeing her wear maybe this kind of more traditional type top. But notably, like what, and that just bothers me. Like, I feel like that's a thing, like a man thing, where they like the women to be modest or the women to be traditional in any way, and like they're not. In Christianity, in any culture, religion, like that just always annoys me. The other thing is, again, Dimple and Rishi, like the majority of the book takes place in 6 weeks where they're at this like computer camp, which I believe is supposed to have classes, but they never attend any type of classes. There's this contest, and spoilers, they don't win the contest, but it's like explicitly said that the people that won it, the only reason they won it is because one of them had rich parents that donated money to the program or something. I just feel like if you were going to have Dimple and Rishi lose, like you could have just had them lose because someone else had a better idea. I didn't mean that their idea was bad or that they didn't work hard. Like I didn't quite like the lesson there, which is that like, oh, if you work really hard and you don't win, it's because of nepotism or whatever. Something I did really like about it is I feel like this was a very sex positive book, which I was not expecting. I feel like things have changed a lot in YA from when I was a teen, where either the teenagers didn't have sex, and they either didn't have sex because like it just was never mentioned or presented as an opportunity, or like it was a thing and they discussed it and someone, usually the girl, was very adamant that she could not have sex. Or if they do have sex, then they're like punished in some way, like either from a teen pregnancy or getting their heart broken, or like whatever the fuck happened to Bridget in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Whereas this one, main characters, they want to have sex, they talk about it, they take the proper precautions, and it's just like not a big deal. It's like a nice, enjoyable thing, and they do it and it's fine. And I appreciate that. I think it's become much more common in YA stuff for that to happen, and I think that's good. And I will say there's a difference between this book and this one, which falls into the latter category where it's like never even been presented as like a serious option that this Dimple might have sex as a teenager. It was cute. I enjoyed it. I like the characters. I think anybody could enjoy this book, teens especially. It is a YA book. You know, maybe that's the thing. I do still like a lot of YA books, but it is harder for me to get invested in some of them sometimes, just because from an adult's perspective, you're like yeah, you guys like each other. You love each other, sure. It's real love, but also you're 18 and you've known each other 6 weeks. So there is that. But yeah, so that is June's book. Hopefully this video will be up very soon. Definitely not going to make the first week of June because today's June 9th, but closer than the others. And I will be back with my July book, which I don't remember and I don't have on me, so I'll put it up there. But there's my July book. Oh, and the prompt for this one, which I forgot to mention, the whole prompt was, I believe, a book with a name in the title. And this was a twofer because it's got Dimple and Rishi. So yeah, I'll see you next time.